Welcome to another episode of Revenue Busters. 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 Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Do it. Bust it. Build it.
Busters.
Bust it. Build it. Okay, that was a pretty
There
good
you
one.
go. I like that. Build it. Bust it. You
Welcome.
just worked out,
Welcome.
didn't you?
I did. I'm getting there. Oh, look at how strong my muscles are getting. We are busting the muscles out. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Revenue Busters. We've got some good news today, so that is good. Just some good things in the positive direction. We are kind of getting a little pissed off, for lack of a better word, kind of getting some negative vibes going with some struggles, weird challenges we were working through, but we pushed through, and now we are kind of getting some good positive feedback from our learning, going through all those challenges. So this is kind of cool.
We are pumping it up.
We are pumped up
Pump
for the
it.
revenue pastas because we're building. Anyways, here we are on episode number 27. And what are we going to talk about, Will?
Is that official? Is that
I
official?
have no clue. It's close to, we're over 20. I know that.
Well, hey, today I think we're going to talk about a little bit of the good news. So share some of that,
Yes.
and then let's go into some of the products we have purchased through our retail side. So I think we're just going to do a little catch-all today, right? We're going to talk about
Let's do
some
a
of the
catch-all because
wholesale stuff we've done.
we did the battery thing. We got that going, so that worked.
Yeah, the retail thing, what we're going to be doing now to box up and start getting some things pushed back out.
Yes, and we got some categories opened up that we didn't have opened up, so now we can ship some stuff. And then I think that should probably be it. That'll be quite a... My phone's ringing. Hopefully it's nothing important. Hold on. Let me just check. No. Junk call. I hate those calls.
Trash it.
Okay, so let's get to it. I can't remember what I was doing.
Getting ready to give the good news review.
So let's get the good news. Okay, so we did. Okay, so as you guys know, we started off this whole journey, Amazon FBA. We wanted to start kind of at the very beginning that we learned, kind of when we first heard about the business. Start there, and it seemed to be the easiest or the simplest way to potentially get products online and start making some profits. And it kind of became actually a little bit more difficult than we thought. It's a little bit more of a challenge. So that was retail arbitrage. Then we went to tactical arbitrage, and we kind of ran into the same challenges with tactical arbitrage as we did with retail arbitrage. Again, retail, going to the store, looking for clearance items, finding closeouts, picking them up for super cheap, putting them on Amazon. Tactical arbitrage, same thing, but using a system like a product called tactical arbitrage to actually scour the internet and online stores for those same deals. And the main challenge was, Will.
The main challenge is actually having the ability to get those products opened up through specific brands or vendors or suppliers.
And
so we
categories.
kept running into the great deals that we were finding. Most of them are some sort of brand. I mean, there's very few things that will sell hot, have great velocity. People are buying at a quick rate that you can turn your numbers quick. If it's just a no brand or no namer thing. So the brand stuff, the no brand stuff, not a problem. Get that in, get it up, whatever, but you're not getting the volume. You're not finding as much of it. It's not being liquidated as quick. So anyway, I think that was,
yes,
I would say that's been our biggest hurdle so far, obstacle.
So for good reasons, Amazon, and I don't know if you guys remember a couple of years back, but they kind of went through this whole thing where a bunch of sellers were bringing up counterfeit stuff, or posting and listing counterfeit stuff. They were, brand names want to protect their brand. Some brand names want to protect their brand names. So they did lock and gate or restrict certain categories, certain brands, and that list is growing. However, they didn't turn it off for all the sellers. They just want to know that you're a legit business. So they want to make sure you have a business name. A good business would have a EIN number, a tax ID number. They want to know that you're buying in the distribution channel of the brands, so they can tell you're a legit seller. So that's why those were put into place, and there's just some extra steps to work through that process that we were unaware of, but now we are aware of, and we have worked through them. And so now it's just a matter of getting as many brand names and categories opened as possible.
And I'll interject too, just stating I think what's the obvious, but it's not a bad thing. Again, all these things, even though they're hurdles, again, if it was easy, everybody would do it, and if you made it too simple, they would have such a sloppy marketplace, and they don't want that. They want things to be clean and organized, professional, people that are legit. They're servicing their customers. They're providing the proper flow through of selling the products and handling the business side. So I mean, it's a good thing. It's all of it's, even though it's always frustrating when you hit it, you wish it was an easier checklist that you could go through. But again, we're learning, and that's why we're sharing it. So
yeah, and it's not like something difficult where you have to lift 500 pounds and drag it 300 yards every single day if you were working a job doing that, whatever that may be. But it's just like an extra step and a little extra learning process that you got to go through, a little extra reading, a little extra research,
or having a cozy little cubicle that they can take away from you anytime you want, as they pay you peanuts. And
yes.
So
exactly. So
either way,
it's not the end of the world, but it is a little bit, there is a little bit more, what do I want to say? I mean, a little bit more steps. There's a little bit more flow that you got to learn. But once you learn it, once you learn it, and once you unlock, they don't reverse you. Reverse you if you're actually sending in bad products, but if you're following the legit products that you're sending in are brand name products, verified products, they shouldn't reverse you. So once you get it open, it usually stays open.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man, is that your FBA business can totally rock as soon as you unlock. That's all I got to say.
New name. We're going to rename this live broadcast. Your business will rock once you unlock.
Hey, that should be one. That should be, actually, that's the title of this one.
Yeah, that is the title of this one. So, so in order to unlock, one of the easiest ways to unlock that we have found, you can get a letter straight from the manufacturer stating that you are buying products from them if you're working directly with the manufacturer. However, if you are not, they want to see that you are buying in the distribution chain of that particular product. So a wholesaler, distributor, supplier, you need to get an invoice of at least 10 items that you purchased from a supplier or authorized distributor or a wholesaler, and upload that. It has to be within the last, I think, 180 days, maybe a little bit, maybe the last 6 months. And you have to have at least 10. Well, actually, I'll bring it up right here. Let me bring it up real quick, because I've got a product here that we are about to get approval for. And let me share my screen. I think it's that one. All right, so here it is. I know it's probably not that big. I just don't, but I think you should be able to see it. I'll zoom in just a little bit. Okay, so here's the things we need. So it's 180 days. 180 days, include your name and address. You need an invoice that you purchased at least 10 units, include the name and manufacturer, address, or distributor. You can get rid of the pricing, and then please note, yeah, you want to hide the pricing just in case Amazon goes and buys it from the same people and then becomes your competition. And then please note that they may verify or go into further verification in calling them and verifying your identity, that kind of thing. So this is a particular Star Wars brand here. This is what you need to unlock that. So we have started the process on some. We've got Barbie. We are unlocked. And today, or actually it was this morning that we found out we got Disney unlocked.
Woo!
Disney.
That's a good one.
That's a pretty big one. So we are able to sell Disney, even though Star Wars, now that's under Disney, but that's still a separate category or a separate brand. So we do have to get Star Wars, but we're in the process of doing that too. And again, all we did was well, actually, here's how we found some of the categories and brands that we started to get unlocked as we were out retail arbitraging out at the stores, and we're like, okay, we've got all these good deals and now we can't sell them because they're locked. So we're like, okay. Then we just went out and Googled and looked for wholesalers or suppliers that sold that brand, and then we went out and purchased at least 10 items from that brand. So the very first thing that we purchased from one of the wholesalers was a Big Hero 6 luggage bag. And it was a pretty good price on their end, and it sells pretty good at a pretty decent profit over at Amazon. And so that Big Hero 6 luggage bag, it's kind of like a kid pull carry-on luggage with a little handle that they can drag around the airport. And that opened up that whole all of Disney brand for us. So great find, good news today. That's why we are so excited. I need to take a drink.
Take a drink, man. That's something to take a drink about. Usually something stronger than water, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You're trying to be healthy, live healthy, man.
I just got done working out, so I'm a little red-faced, if you can tell. All right, so my Cherokee Indian that I thought I had in me, which I do not, is coming out. All right. So that is good news on that end. Similar to this, well, I can bring that up. So again, let me share the screen with you. This is another product I was looking at since I got it up. This is the Star Wars character. So now what we did to open up Star Wars, or in the process of opening up Star Wars, is I went and looked for a Star Wars distributor or wholesaler that would sell me products, at least 10. I need to at least get 10. Some may require more purchases, but the one that we found does allow purchases as small as 1 unit, as many as they have if you want to. So that's kind of nice. You're not going to find that in every case. Some will have minimum order quantities, or MOQ is kind of the terminology that people use out in the industry. Minimum order quantity. Sometimes it'll be 50, sometimes it'll be 100, sometimes it'll be 500. That is, just try to find the lowest you possibly can to unlock the category, because that will lower your risk. So we could have spent I could have bought $1,000 worth of those Big Hero 6 bags, or I could have spent $50 worth and unlocked the category. But if you're starting off and you're not sure if it's going to unlock your category or brand, buy the smallest amount possible, submit the invoice, get yourself approved in that category, then go ahead, and if the numbers work and they're still working, then order bigger quantities once you're unlocked. All right, so this was I didn't share it. Here we go. So this is a bag here that and actually I'll bring this up. Now this is another tip that we found kind of cool from one of the trainings that we were on. It's called Amazon Scout, or AMZ Scout, FBA calculator. It is a Google Chrome extension, and once you're on a product page, it brings up the category, or the calculator, the FBA profit calculator, in a shortened form right here, which is kind of nice. So instead of having to go all the way over and do your calculator on another page or another web page, you can kind of pick it up real close. So your cost. Now this bag here, I believe, is about $5 of where we're getting it at. The shipping cost, we usually add $1. Shipping cost is shipping cost to Amazon. So something that we did figure out when we got the other bag, the Big Hero 6 luggage bag, is it cost us about 86 cents a unit to ship it to us, and then it's going to cost us about another 86 cents to ship it to Amazon per unit. So that is another $1.60 you do want to figure into your costs. So I'm going to put $1 on this one. These are backpacks. They should be able to be a little bit smaller. I would think we get the shipping cost down a little bit. So it takes the lowest prime number right here in the calculator and puts it right there. Gives you the product size, gives you the product weight, which is cool. It gives you the monthly storage fee of 9 cents per bag, the pick and pack fee, the referral fee, estimated monthly sales, as you can see on this one. I'm not sure how accurate that number is, but there's only one per month, so that's something to take into consideration. And shipping cost would be $1. I must have. All right, so this particular one's selling for $17.95. Another thing we look at is Keepa, just to make sure within the last 90 days it stayed kind of consistent at the price, which this one has. The sales rank has, with the new movie coming out too, Han Solo. This may actually increase sales, which it looks like sales rank is getting lower. And this one doesn't have a lot of stock too. So another thing that we've noticed, you'll see these, the sales ranks go down once they have stock. So if there's more stock, usually the sale number drops, or sales rank drops, and then this pushes it more to the top of the page too when you're searching in Google. So just because it may not have the sales rank that you're looking for, you want to look in the past and just see what the sales rank has dropped to once stock is in. So this one here, so I mean, we are spending about $6 a unit all in with shipping, and the FBA fees are $5.97. So your margin impact is $5.98. So your estimated monthly profit on one of them is $5.98, which you're spending you're spending $6 to get $6. So that is 100% return on your money. So you sell 1,000 of these. I don't know about 1,000, but 100 of these, you're making $500 or $600, close to $600. Not too bad. Will, would you take 100% on your money from time to time?
All day, every day.
From time to time.
And that's something, again, to think about from just the financial end of it. And I'm sure everybody gets the basic math, but a lot of people, again, for the amount of money you can make in something, and when you're saying 100% or even 50% return on your money, but if you're doing that once a week and then you multiply that 4 times a month over a year, 48 time multiples of 50%, I mean, you're making huge returns on the same money that you're able to take, buy, reinvest, and again, so that's so yes, it's even bigger than you think. I mean, it's not, most people when they speak of making X return on your money, they think in a per annum, or they think annually. Like, hey, wouldn't it be great to make 100% on your money for the year? You're like, this is maybe every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To a month. So
the more velocity,
velocity, and then rinse and repeat that process, and you could be making 800, 900% on your money, the same money, that same $500 you would use to buy that, and double it.
Yeah.
So that's what is exciting.
One of the things too, I'm not sure. I'm just taking a guess at this. Something to look at here though is you got TNS deals. So one is so it looks like and I don't know if they do some testing on this too, but it would probably be a good test for us to run at some point down the road once we get a little bit more inventory. But I've seen this a lot where they will all run FBA on some, and they will run fulfilled by merchant on some products. So they don't ship it all to Amazon. They keep some of it back. And so it's kind of interesting to see if they're just kind of testing to see which one gives them the best results. All right. So, and the other couple things that we look at is that sales rank. Sales rank on this is kind of low, but let's see. Let's go back to the sales rank here. So it's in toys and games. Copy that, and then you go into so this is Jungle Scout /estimator, toys and games, boom. And you can kind of see how much are selling per month, less than 5. So it is a little bit slow. However, if you got some stock in, so on this particular one, I'd probably throw some stock at it, see if it picked up the sales, because you do have more stock in there. The sales rank may kind of sprout up and then put that up a little higher. However, and there's different things that may affect it too, like a new movie coming out. So people may be looking for Star Wars stuff since there's a new movie coming out. So those are some of the things to look at. And you can kind of tell that once this TNS deals, if you're looking at the wherever it went, TNS deals, once, as you can see, they got stock in right here, and so boom, look how it drops. So as you get a little bit more stock in, some sales happen. The sales rank, so it might perform a little bit better. So this is one I'd probably start off a little bit small on my purchase size, and then if it picked up speed, I'd buy some more. But main thing is what this does for us. This is a Star Wars backpack. We're looking to sell in Star Wars. This kind of meets all our criteria, except for the velocity is a little bit low. But I buy 10 of these at $5 a piece from my distributor, and I now for $50 have Star Wars opened up.
Yeah, you made a great point the other day, which I think we were talking offline, but you were, mainly talking about, hey, even if you're breaking even, but you're using it as a vehicle to unlock all of these big brand names within a matter of a few months, you've unlocked, and then you're up and doing business with all these categories. And then when you're dealing with, be it retail, tactical, or wholesale arbitrage kind of stuff, I guess, I don't know if that's a legit term, but I call it wholesaler arbitrage, because you're really finding wholesalers that want to arbitrage it to you, and you're turning around and selling it. But
I mean, the ultimate goal will always, try to get to that manufacturer if you can. But a lot of times manufacturers want you to buy thousands. Hello, pink shirt. Welcome to the call.
He says, welcome to the call.
Hello, whoever you are.
Hey, Gary.
Oh yeah, you can't see me. Let me stop sharing my screen. So how's real life been treating you now that you're out on your own? Uh-oh, I lost him. Anyways, that was Savannah, I believe. She is just too expensive to put on the podcast. Her wages are way too high.
They're busy helping run the other side of our businesses, making sure that all of our guest stays are phenomenal and awesome.
Yes. Okay. So anyways, that is how we're opening up Star Wars. So that's a way to open up Star Wars right there. And all we're doing, okay, this is what we did. You guys, Christian's still at school today, but you guys know Christian from the other videos. I just had him put a list together of all the brand names that he could kind of list off, and that he likes, that he enjoys, and he would enjoy selling and actually finding and sharing with our storefront. And so he gave a list. We do have a virtual assistant, Celine, that we hire. And so what she did was take all the brand names and just started Googling and searching our other vendors that we have, that we've already made relationships with too. Hey, do you have any products in this brand? Do you have any products in this brand? And then she just Googled distributors, suppliers, wholesalers of those brands. And then so we it just expanded and started creating relationships. I did make let me see if I think I can share it. I did make a email template, and I'll put this maybe in the show notes. Where is it at? But I created an email template that I'll find it. I'll put it in the show notes, but it basically is kind of an introduction of who you are, what you're trying to do, and through Amazon, and it seems to be working so far. We've got probably 5-6 leads already on it, and we're making relationships with these distributors and wholesalers using that letter. So she just sends it out once she finds a contact to make communications with. She just sends it out, and they respond. And a lot of times they're just sending a list of the products they already have to sell, which is kind of cool. And that's kind of what it's geared towards. So the more communications you can send out on a daily basis, and the more return products that are going to be thrown at you. So it's just kind of a numbers game.
Yeah, and they're looking for people. That's their business.
Yeah.
So don't ever think, and not that you would, but don't ever think you're imposing on anybody in this space. Amazon wants to sell the products. Wholesalers want to push product to you. The retail arbitrage, any store you go to is trying to liquidate whatever they got. tactical stuff. I mean, these shops are in business to sell these products, and they're liquidating all the time and getting rid of stuff so they can restock their shelves with seasonal items, or like Gary said, a movie's coming out or something, event-driven things that happen. So just know that we're all in the middleman business. That's what Amazon is. That's what we are. It's what Walmart is. It's what Toys R Us is. Well, not anymore, but that's what they were.
Yes.
So,
unfortunately, okay, because they did have some good sales sometimes.
Sometimes they just should have lowered the prices more and stuff. They would have done good.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
it's hard to compete, man, with all of us.
Yeah, when
out
you got
here.
all the real estate, you got to support, and you got all the employees. But you could have streamlined yourself. You could have streamlined yourself a little bit sooner. I mean, the writing's been on the wall since I've been a teenager. They've talked about how online shopping is going to overtake everything. I mean, that was about 10 years ago, maybe 5. Maybe a little longer than that. Okay, so let's get to the second part of our training. So that was some good news on our thing. Now